It all began October 2017 with a phone call. My daughter gave me a call and she said, Mom, Kendra, who's my granddaughter, has got this great deal she found on Groupon to go to Ireland, but we need 8 people. You want to go? And I said, let me talk to your dad about that. And so I did. I said, do I want to go to Ireland with 7 other people, including a 2-year-old? And my husband said, well, I don't know, it might be challenging. I said, yes, I'll have to set my mind to go along to get along, because I will not be making any of the decisions. So I called my daughter back and I said, okay, I'm in. Then I started to prepare. I have never flown internationally previously. So I often watch Rick Steves on PBS, and he has many hints on traveling. He's been a traveler that's what he does for his career. So I looked into his suggestions. In fact, I even bought his book, and he said, travel light. Don't take any more than you can carry, because you might end up carrying it while you're in the foreign country. He said, if you're going for 10 days, take clothes for 5. And so I took all of his advice. In fact, I even bought a suitcase that converted to a backpack if necessary, but it had wheels so I could drag it through the airport. And it was light enough so that I could actually carry it. And I was all prepared. Now, I had to fly from Phoenix to LA prior to getting on the plane from LA to Ireland. And that was an easy flight. You know, I was able to do my bag I could carry on and put it in the overhead. So it was no problem whatsoever. I got to my daughter's, and the next morning we all got ready. My son-in-law called Uber, and they came to pick us up, and out came the luggage. My goodness. Now my daughter, let me tell you a little bit about my daughter and my son-in-law. My son-in-law is very frugal. So my daughter packed a whole case of food. So that was one bag. And then she had another bag, and these are traditional luggage carriers that you pull through the airport. You see them every day. And she had another bag with her clothes. And then she had her backpack with all of her electronics in it and all of the things that she thought she might need on the plane. And then there was my granddaughter and her 2-year-old. And she had her luggage and all her diapers and her formula and all of those types of things, and her car seat and her stroller, and on, yada, yada, yada. They were packed to the hilt. The fella driver from Uber looked at all of that luggage, looked at the 5 of us that were going to get into his vehicle, and he said, let me figure this out. And so he did. He got all the luggage in, and the 5 of us in the Uber car, and the other fellow did the same for the other passengers. And we got to the airport. When you're traveling to Ireland, you have to go through customs. Our first customs stop, 3 times they went through my granddaughter's luggage. The formula and the baby food, that type of thing. However, we did make the plane. We were flying from LA to Toronto. We got in on British Airlines. However, British Airlines didn't do the first leg of the journey. They had a cooperation with another airline, and I've forgotten the name of it right now. So in Toronto, we had to get off the airplane. And so we did. and you had to go through customs. And we forgot to take the car seat off the baggage claim. So my granddaughter said, I have to have that car seat. And she told her husband, you and the baby sit here, I'll go retrieve the car seat. And so my poor grandson-in-law sat down with the 2-year-old and waited and waited. And we had an hour and a half in between the customs. And we got, the majority of us got to the airplane, but no grandson-in-law and granddaughter. And my great-granddaughter. And my granddaughter said, I've lost my husband. You can't go to security and say, look for a man with a child, because they'll think the man abducted the child. And so it was comical at this point, but frustrating at that point. So let me share with you. We got on the plane from Toronto to Dublin, and we arrived in Dublin and got through customs again. On our return trip, it was very similar. We had many, many challenges getting through customs. In fact, we landed at LAX at 7 o'clock. We got out of the LAX terminal through customs at 11. So, travelers, if you're going with others, even though you do all of the research and you pack accordingly, you might still spend at least an extra day in customs.